always ready before the bow gets into action. Because if the finger is not ready, you will get kind of noise in between. And this noise can sound like this. You get another note just before instead of... Okay, let's go now to do it a little more difficult. 2 in the bow, double tempo. Okay, let's do it together. Are you ready? I see ready. Okay, 3, 4. Beautiful. Now, it's 30 years ago I wrote a little paper and I named it The Art of Observing. Because I have noticed that we were watching the same thing, but we saw different things. Isn't it there? We're seeing exactly the same. You're seeing my hand, but we are not seeing the same thing. Now, we had focus on the hand, but there is more. Let's see how many of you, because I have all of you, that I will not tell you what I'm going to do, but try to figure it out, what I'm doing. It might be here, but it might be somewhere else. Okay? Let's do it again. 2 in the bow. You're also good. I can see that you saw, because you did it yourself. You saw that I released the tension in my neck, and I even did the shifting up, but I put it down again for the long shift down, and then I released a little bit again. This is, you use the head in a way that you use it when you need it. And when you don't need to squeeze, then you don't squeeze. It's not complicated. You don't squeeze when you don't need to squeeze. Okay, let's do it again. A little more difficult now because it's 4 in the bow and the tempo is faster. Are you ready? 3, 4. Now, I believe that you should all become teachers for yourself. So you have from today 2 or more teachers. One of them is yourself, and it's your main external teacher somewhere else. And then you have all the master classes, and maybe you meet someone else regular. I don't know. But we add 1 now, and it's yourself. And you like yourself teacher because you say exactly the things, you know, that kind of encourage you and inspires you. Well done, you know, when you do something. It's this little voice inside your head. So now we are 4 in the bow. Let's do it again. And then you tell yourself, because you're a good teacher, I would like the string crossings to be even. Because very often we see this. Next string. And we have this, and it just happens. Why? We did it as a kid. That's why it's still there. But let's move on. Okay? 4 in the bow with smooth string crossings. You are actually going towards the next string from the second you start. 3, 4. You know, when we play, we listen to what we play, but actually we're playing everything twice. We're playing it inside our head, and then the sound we had in our head comes out. So we have two parallels. We are in front in our head, and then the sound comes. So you know what's gonna happen. So bring it, what's gonna happen, into your head, and then it happens. Okay? Let's do it again. 3, 4. Now, when you practice on your own, then I will just show you. It's from yesterday. You have this. Play. You see, you got quite a number of these beautiful double stops. Can everyone just try that for themselves? The ones that are in the same room, it's fine that you do it in your tempo because all 4 notes fits together. Okay, so in each individual, just try. Find the double stops. Yes, good. Now you have a feeling of the double stops. That's nice. There you do the finer adjustments for the intonation. Now, I always do like this. When I see you're doing well, I make it more difficult for you. Of course. Now we have a huge jump. We're going from 4 to 12. To 12. So 1 down bow and 1 up bow, that's it. Are you ready? 3 and again. If you have done a lot of this before, then you manage really well. If you haven't done it before, we have done enormous progress in just these 20 minutes. It's difficult before you know it. That's with everything. Once you know it, it's easy. That's the nature of it. So, everyone has heard playing the violin, oh, it's so difficult, isn't it, to play the violin? No, it's not. It's easy when you know how to do a thing, and it's difficult before you have learned it. So, whenever you meet a challenge, just take your time, build it up, and you will get there. And then it's easy. Okay? Now, this is for the ones that has done this a lot of times before. We put up the tempo. Okay? The ones that haven't done it before, just try your best. Or then you at least know where to go. 3 and 4 and. probably wondering, why are we doing it so many times? We are making patterns that you will remember. And when we do it many times, your body will remember it. So you don't even need to think in the future. You look, see, oh, I know that, and it will happen. That's the beauty of it. Oh, I practiced that before. You can trust yourself. And it goes quicker and quicker. So we are building patterns. Now, we will end up in this one by doing it faster. So that's very fast. So the ones that will like to observe, do that, and the ones that like to try, do it. 1, 2, 3, and. You see? Now you can make it in a circle. If that was difficult, then you have a goal. And then you think, I will get there. You know when I got there? I was 25 when I got there. You have time. You will get there, but that's because you know how to build it up. So if you do it every day, it will come easier and easier. Okay, we just did a G major 7th. That was the actual name, but we always refer to this very often as dominant 7th. That's why we ended on the C, because it was the dominant in C major. Now let's go to C major and back to 1 in the bow. Okay, you can watch and see if your fingering, if you have played it before, is the same as mine. And if you haven't played it before, then try to learn the fingering. It's the music, the dominant 7th is exactly the same, just from another starting point. Now the starting point is C in 2nd position. Now, what we are doing is we are learning these patterns. When you've learned all the patterns, you have a routine you can go through with all the things you need. And I will like to tell you this beautiful story. It was a story about Jascha Heifetz, the great violinist. And it was Perlman, who was young, played for him, but Heifetz wasn't impressed at all with his playing, even if he played wonderful. And he said, I would like to hear your routine. And the routine was all the scales and arpeggios and everything. If you have the flesh book or other, you know, that's the routine. So he played through everything because he had the teacher who went through with him before. So he knew the routine. And then it's on the internet, you can find it with Perlman. Then Perlman said in the interview, that impressed Heifetz, that he had the whole routine in place. You see? So very few people have the whole routine, but you have a little part of it we have covered today. And then we build every day until we have been through. All the technique is ours, inside us. Let's do the C major 7th, dominant 7th from C. Again, I will Then say the fingerings while we are playing, so it's easier for the ones who haven't done it before. Second position, second finger on C. Fourth finger, second finger, fourth finger, first finger, shift, first finger, third finger, low first finger, second finger, shift, first finger, second, third, fourth, third, second, first is coming, shift, fourth finger, third finger, first finger, third finger, first finger, fourth finger, second finger, fourth finger, and then you end on the first. Did you try actually telling yourself which finger you're going to play before you play it? Is a really nice exercise. Can you try that? You do it the same, and then while you're playing, you are saying fourth finger, now it's you. Second, first, shift, before you do it. And see if you can be in front in your thinking and head, instead of behind, just following. Proactive, not reactive. Okay? Let's do it. 4, 2, 1. Oh, sorry. Did you see I did a mistake? I do mistakes every day. That's not dangerous. What I do right, that's the one things that are important. Okay? Let's say it inside our heads. All of us. We are not goldfish, so we remember. Now, after 1 in the bow, 2 in the bow, faster tempo. Ah, yes, I remember. Are you ready? 2 in the bow, see? Beautiful. Let's go directly to 4 in the bow. Okay. I'm pushing you hard now. 3, 4. I will just observe you. Can you do it yourself? 3 and 4 and. Good. Now, I will tell you something about how we learn. When we are together with others, in a way it's easier, because if you forget something, you have people around you who makes you join. But when you're completely alone, like we are most of the time when we are practicing, we have to remember everything ourselves. So if you remembered the fingering and stuff while we were doing it together and you could look, and it was not so easy, it's natural. You are changing from learning from others to become the expert yourself. And when you are the expert yourself, you can teach others. Okay? Last time, 4 in the bow, C major 7th. Now for the ones that feel up to it, let's try 12. Okay? Then you can do more than one in a circle. Now, we ended this there, but we can do like this. Then we go to the next step in the circle of fifth, kvinnsirkelen. It's exactly the same fingering. Shall we try once from here? F on the G string, note by note. Fourth finger, second, fourth finger, first, shift, the next in the circle on the fifth is the B flat major. Then we go down. We're not going up there. You could try, but that's extremely high. So we go down. So we go up and down inside the first octave. So every in there. Wow, you've really been working hard now. Do you remember it? If you think you remember it, the fingerings and everything and the routine, show with your thumb. If you're not sure, do like this. Yes, bravo. Can I just ask, have any one of you had this in your daily routine before? Doing this? Sara says around there. Yes, also. When I say daily routine, it doesn't mean you do it every day. It means that you have done it for periods every day. And then you do other things, and then you come back to it to clean up, you know. So that's... Do you know it takes about 4 minutes to do it in all keys? If you do ta-ra-ri-ra-ri-ra-ri-ra-ri, it takes 4 minutes, that's it, and then you have done all 12 keys around. It doesn't take long time. Another few things I would like to mention. This is a kind of a survey. Now we have our bows. I will ask a question, and the people who does it take their bow up, and the people who doesn't do it, they just stay normal. Do you write down after your lessons in general? Yes. Some people do and others don't. I was very lazy when I was a teenager, so I didn't write down. I regret it today. I would have given anything for having this journal with all my notes from my teacher. Start writing down what you do and what you focused on, and it becomes a very diary for yourself. Another question, do you do warm up every day before starting to play? Some of you do? Yes? Do you do scales every day? You're also good. I wasn't there at all. You're more clever than I was. You know, let's ask more difficult question. Do you do etudes every day? Some does etudes and some doesn't do etude. Okay. Do you practice every day? Yes, nice. I didn't do that when I was a teenager. It was nothing like now. We were not used to it. We practiced, and I came to lesson and the teacher said, it feels like you haven't practiced. And I said, no, I had so much to do, all of this. It's very good. When you hear about things, decide yourself what kind of input you would like to put into it. And you get rewarded for everything you do. That's a promise. All good work is rewarded on one level or the other. It was nice being with you today, and I hope to see you live next time. So see you then. Bye.